from Paladin. I'm the sales coordinator here for Managed Services, and we're going to talk and go through the Managed Security. Cybersecurity Month is next month, so we're excited about that. Thanks. And we're going to go through things, answer a lot of questions. Again, I'm CJ. I've been here for a day or two, done a few of these. I'm the sales coordinator here for Managed Services. And what you're going to learn is some of the things, the managed services that we recommend, that we promote and take care of. Let's see if I can get this down here. CJ's my name. Sometimes you'll see an email from me that is from Curtis June. So, but I go by CJ. And in this here, let me see if I can get this going. And it hates me. There we go. That's what it needed. What you're learning, we're going to talk about what a business network is, the managed services that we offer and why, how Paladin is going to help things run safe and secure, and the different managed services that we offer. We're going to go through those. Your network is your foundation of your business. Now, it used to be back in the day, you could go ahead and maybe not have to lock the doors. You could turn out the lights, didn't even have to lock your house up. But now things have changed. You have to lock the doors, turn off the lights, and now you have to lock up your network. And that's why you need a firewall. We're going to talk about that. And these are some of the foundation of the business is what the firewall is going to do. It's important to have good security on the computers, and we'll talk in that as well. Why having a solid foundation is important. Again, you can't build on anything if you don't have a solid foundation. Way back in the day, we were finding out that good computers were not enough. You had to have the network secure, and that's where the firewall came in. Very, very important to have a network firewall to keep the network safe. Not just the computers, but the entire network safe, wired and wireless. And there's been more and more business that's done digitally through e-commerce. And so it's very, very important now to go ahead and protect that network as well. How Paladin protects business. Again, the managed network improves performance, reliability, and security of your terminals and network, which can increase efficiency of your business. We want to keep you safe. So when stores join the Paladin family, we suggest that they start with all the proper security equipment as well as hardware. You can see there are a list of things. Firewalls, switches, access points. We sell those. We're a full MSP, managed service provider, with an excellent point of sale system as well. Here we go. Now, the managed network, the whole foundation of the managed network is your firewall. The things that the firewall are going to help you with the most is its security and its safety. The firewall is going to provide the security. If you think of it like a house, you have rooms in the house. Maybe there's a home office, maybe there's a master bedroom, maybe there's a study. The managed antivirus and managed updates, which we blend together to call a defense pack, those are going to be protecting the computers. If you think about that as like putting locks on the doors of those rooms in your house. So the defense pack, antivirus and updates, puts a good lock on the home office, your study, the master bedroom. It's going to protect those rooms in your house. But a firewall is going to put a good lock and a good strong door on the front of your home. So without a firewall, you don't have a lock or a front door on the home of your network. So the bad guys that are going down the internet street, basically, for lack of a better word, they're going down the internet street checking IP addresses or checking home addresses, and they're going up and they're trying the lock on the door. Now, if you've got a firewall and we're helping manage it, keeping you safe, that's going to have a big lock on it and a big strong door, and they're going to see that and they're going to move on, because there are still a lot of businesses today that don't have a firewall. They don't have a lock on the door of their network. So the firewall is going to provide that to keep them out. That's the security. If there's no lock or no door on the front of your network, the bad guys can get into your home or get into your network. They can use the tools that they have to go ahead and try to pick the locks on the doors of your house, to try to break into your study or your home office. And that'll give them the time to do that. But the firewall is going to help keep them out. Safety. If you think of is the network or the internet coming into your store or your home, is it safe? We want to make sure that it's secure with the lock on that front door, with the firewall. But now think of like maybe a drainage canal, a water canal, bringing much needed water into your home. Well, that drainage canal or that irrigation canal or that river or wherever the water comes from doesn't come directly from that river straight into your faucet and you fill that up and drink it. No, it has to get filtered. It has to get purified. It has to get safe, because there are all kinds of diseases and viruses and who knows what is actually in that canal before it goes through the water treatment. And it gets cleaned up, it gets filtered, it gets purified, it becomes safe to drink. So if you may not want to have your employees or possibly your children, if it's a family business, having access to some of the stuff that some of that filth that may come in on the internet that would be accessible on the computer, we can block that, we can filter that, we can make sure that that's safe. So you've got the security with the front door, we've got the safety by that getting cleaned up through maybe a water treatment plant, if you're thinking about that. And then we have signal or speed. It's fast, it's a gig. You're not going to have any sort of a bottleneck with performance or with speed with the managed next generation firewalls that we have. And the signal, it can also do a failover. Some of our customers have internet that is kind of spotty. Even good internet is going to go down 4 or 5 times a year. Now, if it goes down for an hour or two, that may not be a very big deal. Some of our customers are more rural. Their internet goes down 3 or 4 times a week. So we have a failover. Our managed next generation firewalls will allow you to do a failover. If you get a second internet provider coming into the building, let's say you have AT&T and you have T-Mobile, and those are providing the internet into your building. If one should go down, they're both plugged into the firewall. And if one should go down, the firewall, the managed next generation firewall from us, is smart enough to know that it will fail over to the other internet provider. So you will always have internet. You will always be able to take credit cards. That way, if someone comes up and says, I'd like to buy this lawn tractor, you can go ahead and sell them the lawn tractor, because even though your primary internet went down, it's failed over to the secondary internet. Always have the ability to take credit cards. So you can say, yes, I can run your credit card, as opposed to saying, no, I'm sorry, I can't take a credit card because our internet is down. You'll have to go to Home Depot or write us a check, if people do checks very often, or something else, get creative. But yeah, we want to make sure that you are up and able to take credit cards with Paladin all the time. And again, plenty of speed. It's got a gig. It'll go through. Other firewalls do not have that throughput. So even though you have really fast fiber internet speed, it may bottleneck or it may slow down because the firewall can't handle all of that gig speed. Ours can. We can do that for you. And support. We want to be one phone number for you to call. I talk to customers all the time about security, managed next generation firewalls, the defense pack, and things that we're going to get into. Some of our customers choose or already have some third-party IT. The challenge with that is they have no idea what it's going to take to keep Paladin running and to keep Paladin secure and safe. And then they'll call us. Customers will call and say, hey, credit cards are running slow on number 3. And we can say, okay, well, let's jump into number 3 and we'll go ahead and disable the antivirus and take a look. And we can go into the firewall and take, oh, sorry, we're not helping you with the antivirus. You're going to have to go get a hold of Bob's IT company or whoever you have for your third-party IT. Going to have to get a hold of him, see if he can call us back to disable the antivirus so we can go in and fix the problem. And if he could find out what's going on with the firewall to see what's blocking what, he doesn't really know what he's looking for because he doesn't know what it takes to keep Paladin up and running and secure. So if we help you with the antivirus, and if we help you with the firewall, when you give us the one number to, we want to be your one number to call. When you give us that call, we can help you. We can get you fixed, up, running, safe, secure, and fast, and then back. As opposed to waiting for your third-party IT to call sometime on Thursday. Meanwhile, that whole computer is down or the whole network is down, and we don't want that. So please call me, let me help you. We've got some promotions and some great things going on for the Cybersecurity Month, which actually starts next month. So we can definitely help with that. Here's Managed Security. It's important that we help with the antivirus. Managed Security is the antivirus. We help with the antivirus. We use a company called Trend Micro. Trend Micro is the #1 small business antivirus in the world. We've used them for more than a decade. They work extremely well with Paladin. In fact, we have engineers from Trend Micro that work with us on making sure everything is going to work well, and we can't say that for any other antivirus. So it's important that we help take care of the antivirus for you from our company Trend Micro, and it does a great job. Just a great job. And again, it's the #1 small business antivirus in the world. And not to drop numbers, we're about at 7,000 computers across the nation that we're helping keep safe, very safe. So that's our managed security. And then we bundle that with managed updates, and we bundle that together into something we call a defense pack. The defense pack is managed antivirus and managed updates. The operating system Windows, they push down updates a couple of times a month for each computer. We're going to take those over, make sure those updates are going to not hurt anything with Paladin, because sometimes they do. We're going to make sure that the computers are fully up to date with those Windows updates so that our program can run at peak performance. Sometimes those updates will hurt things. We don't want that to happen. And that program also does 101 different third-party updates, programs that are common on most computers. So those bundle together to save you a little bit of money. Call me. We can give you some price quotes on what it would get or what it would take to get the defense pack on all the computers. And they don't have to be Paladin computers. We're a full managed service provider, so we can help whether you have Paladin point of sale at your business or not, or if you have Paladin and you're running 3 computers, we want to help take care and make sure that the rest of the computers, maybe the back office computers, are also protected. Home computers as well, we can protect with our defense pack. So yeah, call me and let me help you with those. Managed backups. We've got a couple of excellent backup options. If you are a Paladin point of sale system, we have DataWise. DataWise is an hourly backup of Paladin. It only backs up Paladin, but it backs up everything Paladin. And it does it every hour. It takes that backup, sends it over here to our cloud servers in Bend, Oregon. We validate that data so that it's ready to go. Make sure that it's not corrupt or anything, and we install it on a computer to make sure it's valid, and then we store it for you. And that happens every hour. So if there's an issue with that server computer, if that server computer should go down, if it should blow up or melt down or have somebody steal it, we've had that happen. Somebody actually stole the computers at a business, and they weren't able to recover, but we, with the DataWise, would be able to help a store get back up and running on their backup server computer, their #2 computer, with a copy of the database that we have here that was made just a few minutes ago, as opposed to restoring a backup that was made last night or last week or maybe even longer. So DataWise is critical. Please call us. Let me help you get that DataWise backup on those computers and keep you protected. It's easy and it's very cost effective. SystemWise is the other backup we have. Now, SystemWise, it backs up the entire computer system. Files, folders, programs, pictures, everything. It only does that backup once a night at 9 o'clock, but it backs up everything. Sends it offsite. It's an offsite image backup as well. That way, if anything should become corrupt or accidentally get deleted, we can restore any file or folder with the SystemWise backup back to the way it looked the previous night at 9 o'clock. Also very, very affordable. And if you do have DataWise, DataWise backs up the Paladin data for the store, so that's one backup. System-wise backs up everything on the individual computer. And then we bundled the data-wise and the system-wise together into what we call a backup pack. The backup pack has data-wise, and then each individual system-wise computer, we give a good discount on that. So when those are bundled together, it becomes very affordable. So again, call me, we can help take care of that. And like it says here, backups are important. The backup is, you know, the backbone of your business. And it's very, very important that you have your backups done in triplicate, they say. So taking something offsite is the way to do it. If you make a manual backup and take that offsite, take that home with you, then you can restore that. But it's only done every night. And the data-wise is done every hour. And you don't have to, remember, we have a lot of guys that maybe they had their night manager that was doing the backups every night and taking them home with him, which was great. Then the night manager quit or got fired or went to another job or retired. And then the new night manager didn't know that the old night manager was doing these nightly backups. So come to find out, their computer blew up, something happened, I got struck by lightning, power pole was hit by a mail truck, all those things have happened. And then they call us only to find out that they don't have a backup. The most recent backup they had was 6 months ago. So they had just lost 6 months worth of data. That's a lot of money, that's a lot of data. Data-wise will help with that. Data-wise will get you right back up to within a few minutes ago, because that backup is done every hour. And again, with those discounts, makes it very affordable. Call me. We can help set that up. Natural disaster, up and running quickly. Now, the Max Shield. Max Shield is the defense pack, antivirus and updates. The backup pack, which is data-wise, system-wise, all four of those managed services. If you have everything together, we give an additional discount. So if you have the data-wise and the system-wise, those are the two backups. Managed updates takes care of all the updates for the computer and the Windows updates for the computer. And then the managed security, which is the antivirus from Trend Micro. If you have all four of those, there's discounts upon discounts, so it even gets more affordable. Call me, we can figure this out. Some of the computers you probably won't need a Max Shield on, and I can help save you some money, but I do have customers that want a Max Shield on everything in their store, and they're well protected or maybe overprotected. Managed email. The average employee gets about 120 emails a day. That's average. And most of the cyber attacks, a lot of them begin with a malicious email. We can help with some simulated phishing scams, so we can send out a safe, fake email that would tempt your employees to possibly click on this email, possibly cause the store to get infected with something. These phishing emails are simulations that will help educate your employees on what's safe and what's not. And then if they fail, then we can provide some training for you to give to them so they can become educated on what maybe a phishing email or a phishing scam looks like. And it's just like it sounds, phishing. The bad guys are living in grandma's basement somewhere, sometimes in another country, and they will fish. They will put out chum in the water trying to get someone to bite the bait. And then when they do, then they start targeting that. So we can help with a managed email. We can help with the domain. We can help with that. So again, talk to us and we can sure help keep you safe. Paladin Pilot. That's probably our newest and our most requested managed service. Pilot is a remote connection program, super affordable. It allows you to gain access to all of your computers there at the store, whether they have Paladin on them or not. It's a remote connection. You'll have full access to the whole computer, not just the Paladin program. So anything on the computer, you'll have full access just like you're standing there. So you would be able to access maybe QuickBooks or something. And you can do something really cool called remote printing. You could generate a document on one of those computers there at the store, have that document print out next to you locally at your home office printer at the house there. Really, it's really easy. We all use Pilot here. You've probably seen it if you're a customer of ours already. We will gain access to your computer using Pilot. The cost to sign up is the same no matter how many computers you have. So as you grow with Paladin, add more computers, that price won't change. And we just set up an account for you to see your computers. Same thing we all use here, works really well. That's the one we recommend. Let's see what Denise here says. Paladin Pilot is the best program I've ever used. It kind of started out being really helpful during COVID. Our kids are just old enough to get into the perfect kind of trouble. Paladin Pilot allowed me to work from the kitchen counter when the kids weren't in school. Now we use it all the time. Thanks, Denise. Lands End Marina Supply. Thanks. Swifter. Now, Swifter is another managed service, but it's not, actually right there it says, it's not part of our managed services. It is a service we provide, but it's not a managed service. Swifter will basically compress your database. You'll notice that the database is taking more and more time to do a backup. It used to be just a couple minutes, you'd run a backup, and now it's 10 minutes, or now it's 15 minutes. And it takes longer and longer at the end of the day to do a backup. Well, Swifter will go ahead and compress the data, and it will save, I think it's just the most recent 2 years. Everything else, it takes off of the database and it's stored safely. So you still have access to it, but it's just not active access. And it'll make it a lot faster. So your reports will run faster. When you try to do anything with your database, it'll run faster because it's not looking at 15 years worth. It's looking just at 2 years. Again, it's not a managed service, but it's very important. Call us and we can help you with that. Learn more. We've got more webinars coming up. I hope the takeaway from this is, if the question is, do you need a firewall? The answer is yes, you need a firewall. I can help you with that. We can go over all this in detail. We can come up with a security plan that is very cost effective. It's not some third-party IT. The whole reason that you need the network is to protect the computers. You have computers to run our point of sale system if you have Paladin. So instead of relying on some third-party IT guy to help with anything, it's so much better and it's more effective and more affordable for you to get it from us. We're one number to call. Call us here at Paladin and let us help. We're here for you. We want to keep you safe, secure, up and running. Again, I'm CJ, and on behalf of all of us here at Paladin, welcome. God bless. Thank you guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Stay safe.